a very tight site. We're dealing with a semi-detached property. The whole property, for the most part, is going to be this addition. So imagine the tight space. There's people that are here. Connor, how would I say, how would you say it? I mean, it's going to be a very challenging project, to say the least. Dozen beef patties, spicy. Let us walk you guys through a PDI walkthrough here. So these houses, we're looking at small little things.
It was just an old 8-foot high ceiling here.
Isn't the glass dangerous? Let's just say if it shatters and then it's going to cut someone. We're back at our project here by Avenue Road in Eglinton. We're going to go in the basement to see what the boys are doing. We've started some insulation and resilient channels in the basement. That's required prior to us passing the inspections on the main building above grade. Let's go in the basement now and have a peek, guys. Personnel, Manuel, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good, amazing, thank you. So he's here chipping away, installing the resilient channels and putting in the fire insulation here. Once he's finished this stage, then we're going to have good old Connor call the building inspector to meet him here. And
yeah, next after building inspection, we'll be doing 2 layers of 5-inch drywall again, and that will create the fire separation for the units above.
The exterior walls also, you'll notice, like our previous projects and guns, we try to go with the spray foam installation. This is the 2-pound spray foam installation that gives us just a better R value. We've done that throughout the entire basement and all the perimeter walls. Just gives it a really nice airtight seal.
Outside, we've installed a new meter base, so we're going to get 3 new meters installed for this place here. As you can see, you have the old circuit boards here. So each unit itself, though, is going to have its own circuit panel inside of the unit. So you no longer have to worry about knocking on the floor or calling down to the basement to see if the person is home in the basement and can flip a breaker back on for you. So, a little bit cleaner, a little bit easier way of living.
We're in downtown right now. We're looking at a potential project of a potential client and a very tight site. We're dealing with a semi-detached property, but you're basically here. We're going to be working on this property here on this side. It's a semi-detached project. Of course, the clients, they rely on a company like Plexcon Construction with our experience of working in tight spaces to be able to work in such a tight space in a tight property. We're going to be adding an addition in the back. It's going to be 4,600 square feet addition in the back. So let's go to the back and have a peek here. So we're here today to kind of analyze and go back with our feedback to the potential client in terms of how this is going to be executed. Of course, we're going to need a permit on the road to park vehicles and to deliver supplies and take away garbage. Literally, we're adding 4,600 square feet in the back. So basically, that's going to get knocked down. From my understanding, I had to double check the drawings. And we're going to be building back the addition, essentially. So the whole property, for the most part, is going to be this addition. So imagine the tight space. There's people that are here, living here. They're obviously bringing their cars in and out. So there's going to have to be a provision for shoring, obviously, because we're going to have to excavate and we're going to have to lay new foundations here. Some sort of a deal is going to have to be made with the neighbors, right, to be able to do our shoring, to bring our machinery in during the day. We're going to have to know the neighbors' schedules, obviously, right? Okay, guys, at certain hours, we're going to be doing a certain operation. Of course, safety, protection, making sure the neighbors are safe, making sure the people are safe, making sure our workers are safe is going to be a top priority at this job site. But yeah, we're going to have the provision, of course, for more labor cost because you're not going to be able to necessarily bring in the bigger machines here. It's a tight space, so you're going to have more labor time to execute this project. Imagine that. So our addition is going to be basically something, and not only that, but we're also protecting the neighbor's property as well. So we're going to have to, of course, underpin and or do some shoring detail on that side as well. We're going to have to review the drawings thoroughly. They have their permits. So, of course, we're going to have to be very mindful of the neighbor's property and ensuring that, of course, there's no undermining of their footings and their foundations as well. So imagine building that structure that you see over there on that side, where we're building a brand new structure, 3-story structure, which is going to go all the way to the back here. It's going to be a full remediation inside with new electrical, new heat pumps. This is going to be a legal 24-unit rooming house. That's what this is going to be. So instead of doing a multiplex conversion here, we're going to have a rooming house here, potentially going up. So stay tuned. Connor, how would I say, how would you say it? I mean, it's going to be
a challenging project.
Yeah, it's going to be a very challenging project, to say the least. I mean, the main building is getting gutted anyway, so I'm looking at it now just for the optics of it, but I don't think there's much to see. It's going to be all gutted, new electrical, new fire sprinklers. And majority of our clients, that we're finding, again, we've got clients from all walks of life. Some of them have, 4 or 5 buildings. Some of them have, 1 or 2 buildings. But we work with anyone and everyone. We work with some capital groups as well. So we're here to work with you. Got a project and you're looking to build a multiplex conversion. give us a call. Guys, we're at the famous Randy's Jamaican Patties. Toronto renowned. Let's go inside. Can I get a box dozen beef patties? Spicy? I'll do card. This is one of the busiest, this is like probably one of the best patties in the city. They sell other stuff as well, but I mean, their patties is their main thing. And yeah, if you're in the area, pass by. We're right by Eglinton and College, right at the corner, Eglinton and College. Pass by if you're looking for patties. Something on the run, you don't want to stop. This is it. I don't need a bag, it's okay. I'm good. Sure, why not? Yes, sure. Yes, singles, right? Singles are kind of, you know. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it, thank you. So guys, we're at the back of the property here. Beautiful laneway. Beautiful day, by the way. The weather's getting better today now. It was minus 16 earlier, but now it's getting nicer and nicer. Keep the metal at this side because of the fire separation situations. We've got the nice LED strip light that's gonna go over here. Right in the space over here, we're gonna be connecting that, and then we're gonna be covering that and concealing that with a black trim, so you're not gonna see any of this. It's gonna give you a nice ambient light. We've got the cameras that are already roughed in as well, the lines for the cameras. Some of the clients also do an upgrade option where they want us to run a DVR system with cameras. We're gonna be installing digital lock systems here by a brand called Sludge, and it's gonna be a keyless entry. Let us walk you guys through a PDI walkthrough here. So these houses, or rather these units are completed. We have people moving in on Friday. So we're just gonna do a little walkthrough to ensure that our technicians are working on the PDI items. We don't wanna walk in with dirty, muddy shoes. So we're doing PDI, we take our shoes off. So we're kind of keeping the place clean. So here guys, this is a studio unit. Some units, you know, smaller than others, obviously. This is a very small, compact unit. We're looking at small little things, such as obviously we're gonna peel off the wrapper off the fridge. We noticed that the fridge handles are not installed as well. They're right here in the plastic, so we're gonna have a guy install the handles for the fridge. Of course, small little things, right? Just making sure that everything is functioning. We're gonna test the dishwashers. They have been tested before, but we're gonna retest them again to make sure that everything is functioning. We've got the washer and dryer here as well, full size. That's also gonna have to get tested to ensure that it's actually functioning, working. There's no issues. Stickers gonna have to be removed.
We made it into a fourplex here, and we've got a garden suite out the back. One of the interesting things about this unit here is it was just an old 8-foot high ceiling here, and we actually we renovated it. We turned it into a cathedral ceiling. We spray foamed it to give us maximum space here, and then we kind of just like made it more into a larger looking area from this small little dark 8-foot ceiling place. Added in a little bit of a nicer staircase here. We used some existing HVAC that was here, kind of modernized it, ran it through the rest of the upstairs here. Used to be in the ceiling, but now it just actually provides heat throughout the entire unit, and just gives a bit of a modern feel to an old style home. We got the kitchen here in the middle, open concept. You got to work with what you have available, but we do have 2 full-size bedrooms, one at the front, one at the back, and then the bathroom just behind the kitchen here, and to the staircase that goes down here. Below us here, we've got ourselves a bachelor unit, and in the back another bachelor unit, and there's also a basement unit. Yeah, so originally we had ourselves a closed off wall here, and it was just gonna be a closed railing, just a regular oak that you'd find coming down the stairs, but they wanted to make it more modern, give it a bit of a bigger open concept, so they went with the glass rail here, bit of a classier, more upgraded feel. A little bit more to clean, unfortunately, but it makes the place look a little bit bigger and it don't feel like cramped or as isolated and small in the garden suites.
People have posed a question about the glass. Well, isn't the glass dangerous? Let's just say if it shatters and then it's gonna cut someone. Well, I just want to let you guys know, it's tempered glass, so it's been treated in a special manner in which, let's just say if you were to break this glass, first and foremost, it's not easy to break. It's 12 mm and it's tempered. It makes it harder and stronger. The molecules within the glass inside it, they're bonded and just really hard. And if you were to break this, it's gonna shatter the way your car's windshield would. Another cool thing about this here is that we're using a upgraded door system here, which has a multi-lock system. So usually our clients, they just go with the typical fire-rated door, but here we're able to get away and do this system. So it's a very nice system. It's a very nice product. It's got a nice texture, nice color. It comes in different color formats. And you look on the side here, it's got the multi-lock system, which gives you more added security. So you've got a locking system on the top, you've got then 2 more here, and you've got 1 on the bottom. So, but here this client decided to upgrade the door and get a much nicer door. Another thing is what we're gonna point out here as well is during the course of the construction of this project, we also had to damage the neighbor's fence. You'll see on this side the fence is damaged. So the neighbor who's a tenant right now living next door is aware that we are going to be putting in a new fence here. We're just waiting for the weather to get a little bit nicer, of course, the ground to thaw down a little bit, and then we're going to make arrangements with the neighbor next door, and we're going to erect a new fence that's going to go from here. We might even change this post, actually. This looks pretty old. We're going to change this and put a new fence right over here to connect to the back. And we always take care of the neighbors, so if you're one of our neighbors, and if you're worried that plexcon's not going to come back, we always come back. Please hit us up, let us know, but we always come back and take care of the neighbors. You're here, right? Okay, thank you. We're meeting the engineer here on site. Sometimes we go with the client's engineer, sometimes we work with our engineers. So let's go inside and have a peek and chat with the engineer and see what's going on. That whenever we don't have shop drawings, we always call the engineer when we get to the stage to show him the mistakes and the issues, we fix it. With the engineer, very typical because the client didn't have any shop drawings. Usually for a project like this, with the amount of steel that they have going in here, and it's designed by a well-renowned architectural firm that does low-rise, high-rise buildings. They've over-engineered the structure. And we were working without the shop drawings because the engineer we just met now, he was on vacation and they couldn't get us shop drawings in time. But the client insisted that we start the project and, work really rapidly, work very fast. So as a result of that, there's a couple of deficiencies, again, very normal, that the engineer pointed out that we've got to kind of correct. And he also acknowledged that, I get it, guys, you didn't have shop drawings. Don't worry, I'm back now. I'm going to work on the shop drawings. So we're getting shop drawings. In the meanwhile, he's given us some guidance. We've called him in ourselves personally to come here on site. And it's the engineer on file that designed this home for the client, and they've kind of given us the feedback of what we have to do, make everything compliant.